a fun little video and show you some of the stuff that I pull out of the river while I'm down there looking for bottles. And this is just some of the odder things I dig up, I find in the rivers, I find walking my dog in the, my little spots and stuff. So I'm gonna rip through and show you some stuff. All right, so this is what I'm actually out there after. So I usually go walk the rivers, I dig, some of these I've found on eBay and stuff like that, bottle shows, but most of these are dug bottles by me. I have a bunch more milk bottles and soda bottles and all kinds of stuff, but these are like my what I go after. Like, this is what I'm looking for: the blob tops, the hutches and stuff like that, some medicine bottles, all this stuff. Like I said, I've found in the river. I find old porcelain stoppers with the names on them from the companies, and whiskey bottles. And so this is what I'm out there looking for. But then when I'm out there looking for this stuff, I always find other stuff. So recently I actually started to collect a couple older bricks, and I'm just gonna make a little wall underneath my cabinet here. But I think that's cool as hell. I always see these big bricks laying around and I never take them. So I'm gonna start taking them. I'm gonna make myself a little wall. So that's what I'm in the process of doing here. It's getting there. And then also I'll show you a couple signs that I found recently. Metal signs. That's also what I find down in the river. Found that double-sided one. A couple bottle molds just to show you those. I didn't find those. Those are store-bought. So they're bottle molds and a bottle capper. But that has nothing to do with this video. So now I'll start showing you some of the odder finds that I find down there. Alright, so I'm going to start the video off with these actual fossils that I found in the river. It's like holding a stone right now. Supposedly these are about 1 million years old. I was invited to go with a college, and they were in a river looking for these fossils. There was shark teeth, and I found some other squid looking things that look like little glass rods. And so these two are actually the biggest ones these people said they ever seen. And when I found them, you were only allowed to look in the river. Like, you couldn't go on the bank and disturb anything on the bank. But right at the bank's edge, there was a tree, and I stuck my hand underneath that tree, and both of these popped out of it. So they were really impressed with my two finds here. So like I said, they were at a college, and at the time they told me what they were. I don't really remember, but they said they were over 1 million years old. Then I found 2 eggs. I dug this up. This is a darning egg, I think they call it. They would put that underneath chickens to make them lay eggs. And I also heard that you put these in socks when you would sew your socks. So I found that one. And then I found this in the river. This is just a stone egg. I have no idea what that was used for. But that's what I found. And stone wise, let's see, what else do we have? I found this jade rock. Thought that was pretty neat. And I also found this Indian artifact, from what people are telling me is a boat stone. So I found that in the river this summer. It's pretty cool. And this I found in a bay years and years ago. So what this thing is they would put this in a kiln, and to make sure that it was the right heat, from what I'm told. So these were like plastic rods, and if the kiln got up to a certain temperature, then this would melt like this, and they knew that it was at the right temperature for whatever they made. I had this for years, and somebody just recently told me that's what it was. And if you look it up, that's what it looks like it was. I thought it was some kind of weird fossil teeth or some shit, but that's what it is. Alright, so next up we'll talk about some, this is actually a Bamberger's, like a credit card tag. Before credit cards, you would swipe this thing on like a machine and it would get your name and all that stuff. I shouldn't show our name, but I found this my walking through the woods, and you'd be surprised how much stuff I find in the river, like, you know, stuff like this. Find credit cards, find stolen pocketbooks, I find wallets. It's crazy that the amount of stuff that gets thrown in the rivers. So more than once I've had to bring wallets and pocketbooks to the police station. So that was just a quick look at, you know, that kind of stuff. So also found this on one of my walks. It's a little army man, metal army man. I think his rifle was broken, but I kept him anyway just for fun. Always find spoons. It's a scalloped fancy spoon. I don't know why I kept it, but I did. But I said these are like from the turn of the century. Just something I threw on my shelf after I brought it home. Always find metal stuff out there. This kind of like a door, kind of a key or something. Obviously had a thread on the end, so it's threaded into something, some kind of a pull knob. Jewelry. It's an old watch, silver watch, pocket watch. Costume jewelry. Found this in North Carolina. This and that. So I was in an abandoned house in North Carolina. I went to go visit my brother. And we went through this house that was like stuck in time. So I found a couple milk bottles and this with some letters. I found some old letters and old stamps. So that was a pretty cool little adventure I took. So I found that. What else is metal? Locks. Always find locks. Digging. Walking. This thing, I have no idea what it is. Actually dug that up. It's very brittle. So I have no idea what that is. I found that years and years ago. My candle top. Was told that that's obviously for religious swastikas. That was before it became a hate symbol, from what I understand. Found that walking in the river. Found this old key holder. Put it on a wall for hanging your keys. That was just laying right in the bottom of the river. I think it's brass. You can tell it's pretty old though. So I kept that. What else is metal? Toy guns. Find guns all the time. I've found real guns. I've found cap guns. This thing's falling apart. Very brittle too, but making a mess. But found that. What's next? A little tin can oiler. I don't even know why I kept that, but I did. So what else do we find down in the river? This is a lightning rod insulator. Found that in the river. It's pretty cool. So insulator wise, I guess we'll show you these. That's a river find. You can still see the algae from being in a river. So I find insulators down there. This one also. They're nothing great, just a Whittle and Tatum #1. Then I always find these little insulators too. It's not my thing, but I pick them up if I see them. And all these different little ones. So there's all different types you find. I have a shitload of them, but they're just scattered all over the place. So I found this little insulator. It's a pretty cool little guy. Looks like an old wire nut, porcelain wire nut. So I kept that guy. That was pretty cool. Let me clear out some room. I'll show you the rest of this weird stuff. Alright, so next up, a couple doll heads I found. These are kind of not easily found, but you find them. Everybody finds them. Usually they have glass eyes, and this one has some teeth still in there. I think they're creepy little bastards. I found that bigger one, and then I found this one also. He also has some teeth in there. I said they usually have writing on the back of the head like that, and then if you're digging these, you look for the eyes. I found these in the river, both of them. Some legs, I always have little parts hanging around. So I found that little guy in the river. Little salt shaker. Found that in the river. What else do we have here? Clay pipes. This one I actually found inside of a mason jar. I dumped the mason jar out and it was inside of it. So that was a pretty cool find. So they're clay pipes. They had the stem on it that you would smoke and break it off. I was told they broke it off because of tuberculosis. And when they would pass the pipe, they didn't want somebody else to catch it, and so they would snap it off after they smoked it and pass it on. Little soap dish. That's like a cup for brushing your teeth in the bathroom. Toilet paper holder. Let's see what else we got. Alright, so next up, found these little creepy things. This is a some kind of a fish, believe it or not. I found that in the bay while mudlarking. So I took it home. I thought it was a good go with my poison bottle collection. And I also found this guy. Well, I actually have two of these that I took home. Both of them I found with my kid. So one I found in the bay while we were low tide in Raritan Bay, and there was probably 150 old Vaseline bottles that we picked up, and we found this, and I found a Perth Amboy bottle, but I found another one of these also in a river while I was walking with my kid, and it was just laying there, so I figured, what the hell, I'll take it. Like I said, they're good go-withs for my poison bottle collection, so I took it. So, also another little weird little things. I seen this that grew. A tree branch grew into a bottle. So this looks like an older ketchup bottle, and the root grew into it. There was no other bottle, it was just a broken bottle, and start to just grow right around the bottle. Thought that was pretty neat, so I took it. So everybody always finds jar lids too. Find a bunch of jar lids in the river. You can see there. This was in the river. Find just all kinds of mason jar lids and a bunch of lids. This is a lantern, I believe, for a railroad lantern. Found that this summer in the river. Found two of them. One was all busted up. This one was in pretty decent shape. But it's like a lens for a lamp. So I took that. I thought that was pretty cool. This little weird, looks like SpongeBob, SpongeBob's house, or what's the other one? Squidward, the pineapple they live in. So I have no idea what this is, but I took it. It looked weird. As you can see, it's got barnacles, so I found that in a river also. Found this giant jar. This one I haven't even posted the video yet of, well, maybe I did. Nah, I don't know. I might just post this video before I do this one too, but I saw this just laying there, so I went over, I picked it up, and it was, had a bunch of tar in it. But in the tar, it had some Mexican coins from the 50s, I believe 53 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So these are bronze, I think, and they were a bracelet. So it was like a souvenir kind of thing. I didn't know they were in there until I got home. So there was probably one big coin, and there was probably a bunch of other coins laying there, but I said I didn't notice it because they were stuck into the tar. See that? It was all tar, like, probably wasn't tar, it was probably the cream, whatever came in this jar. And they were probably all laying in there and I didn't notice it. Alright, what else do we got? I recently found this with an eel in it. I picked it up and an eel popped out of the top of it. This is a old military canteen, just sitting there laying in the river. So I picked that up and kept it. Also found this guy this year, right after the hurricane. I've seen these on eBay. They were selling for a couple dollars. I mean, this one's not, obviously not in the best of shape because it was laying in a river, as you can see. But he's in pretty good shape, so I took him. Bunch of pottery I found. And we'll do the doorknobs first. We'll save the pottery for last. So these are all these old doorknobs I dig up and find in the rivers. Some of them are pretty cool looking. They got some nice colors to them and stuff. Found so many of these, I don't know. These are just a couple that I kept. And I probably have so much stuff laying around here. These are, I just grabbed a bunch of stuff to show you guys a quick video. It's a Nestle teacup from probably the 50s. Found that walking in the woods. Found this guy. This looks really old. All that crazing going on. Fortunately, it has a big chip in it, but found that guy. Lid. More barnacles, as you can see, I found in the river. Probably nothing, probably garbage, but I just kept it. Found this. I was told this is a pretty good find. I found that in the river, believe it or not. Just laying in the river. It's pretty nice. As if we're just finding it in a river. Right? A lot of people said it was from the 1800s. I don't know though. It's not my thing. I have no idea. They said they could tell by this mark here what it was. I forget what they told me. But that's pretty cool. I think that's the best pottery thing that I've found. I find junk like this all the time. I don't know, I just pick it up and throw it into my junk pile. A little vase. Found that guy down there. I found this in like a 50s pit. So that wasn't that old. Little creamer. Probably not that old either. Another little lid. Probably like a canning jar. It's a 1901 on it. I don't know, I kind of like stuff like that, so I kept it. Another little lid, probably like a sugar bowl or something. And then this guy, it's got a rooster on it. Got an old hutch stopper in there. So this one I believe I dug. So this one guy's probably pretty old too. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 1920s or something like that. So that's about it for the weird stuff. I'm sure there's a bunch of other stuff here, but so all the stuff I find walking in the rivers. I'll just give you a quick view of a lot of the stuff that I pull out of the rivers and just stuff into my basement storage over here. I mean, I got so much stuff that I found that I just never do anything with. These are all pretty much local bottles, and they're just everywhere. I have them everywhere, just stacked up everywhere. I'm trying to go through them. So these are mostly bottles that I've dug also. I find this stupid stuff and I keep it. I don't know why, but ashtray pulled out of like a 40s pit. An orange juicer. This thing glows because of the uranium glass, so I kept that for fun. So, alright, so I hope you liked it. Like I said, this is just a video of the odder stuff I get, so until next time, peace.